The American Express Platinum, arguably the most noticeable and famous credit card in the entire credit card community. With many people picking this card for its overall appearance and its airport lounge access, it can be kind of tempting to add this credit card to your rotation. But in this video, I'm going to talk about three specific reasons on why I do not have the American Express Platinum and why I have no plans on adding this card in the near future. Now, if you enjoy credit card content such as this, guys, smash that subscribe button as I will continue to put out weekly credit card content such as this. Now, before I get into the specifics of this video, I do want to start off and say that for the correct user, this credit card has undeniable value and some of the best airport lounges in the entire credit card game. But I always caution new users to stay away from this credit card if you're solely seeking it as a status symbol. Most individuals on social media, as well as in American culture, often associate this credit card with wealth and success, and that is simply not true. The specifics of this credit card usually require a 670 credit score and above, and does not require you to be wealthy to get this credit card. So only get this credit card, number one, if it makes sense for your personal lifestyle, and number two, if it's going to add benefit and value to your life. Do not get this credit card solely for its appearance and symbol in American society. With that being said, guys, let's move to the first reason why I personally have not applied for the American Express Platinum card. And that is number one, I do not get to the airport early enough to enjoy lounge access. One of the most undeniably valuable parts of the Platinum card is its Centurion lounge access. With free alcohol, free food options, quiet rooms, Wi-Fi to pass the time while at the airport, these lounges are lifesavers, especially if you dine in the airport frequently. But me personally, guys, I live about 15 minutes away from MIA Airport, and I usually get to the airport with just enough time to get through TSA and get my bags checked in. So by the time I'm done with this, I may have time to grab a coffee, and then it's time to board the flight. I personally don't travel for my job, so the only time I travel is for leisure. And if I can either stay in my resort longer or get to the airport later, it works for me. Now, if you travel a lot for business, get to the airport early, this credit card is a no-brainer because lounge access makes traveling better. It cuts down on cost of eating and passes the time that you normally would just be sitting in an airport. But for me, guys, it's not a game changer, and it's not something that I adequately see using frequently and to get my money's worth on the Platinum card. And I can already see into the future some comments talking about the TSA PreCheck that comes with this credit card. But TSA PreCheck, guys, will probably just make me get to the airport later, not earlier, to enjoy the lounge. Just I value my time, as well as if I can stay in a resort longer, I value that more than getting to an airport early to enjoy its lounge. Now, again, just going on a little side tangent, that's not saying that I don't like lounges. I love them, especially for layovers when I have connecting flights. And on my most recent trip to Cabo San Lucas, I used this super cool lounge in Houston, Texas, that had PS5s, PCs, as well as Xboxes to allow you to play, give you refreshments, and pass the time. They're even kind enough to allow my wife in, even though she didn't have priority pass, just to allow her to sit next to me. I love lounges, but I use them more on my connecting flights, and I don't have enough connecting flights again to make this a game changer for me applying for this credit card. Moving on to number two of why I personally do not have the American Express Platinum is the credits. Credits, if you just recently saw my latest American Express Gold video, you saw that I recently renewed my American Express Gold. I love the credits for dining as well as for Uber, and I use them every month of the calendar year. So I get immense value from these. But one of my biggest goals of this current year with my credit card roadmap is completing the Hilton ladder, adding the Surpass as well as the Aspire to my credit card rotation. When I start to take into consideration the Aspire, the Surpass, as well as the Gold card, with all of these credits that I have to juggle, it already is putting me at my cap. So if I have to start thinking about utilizing a Saks Fifth Avenue credit, another dining credit, Resi credits, it starts to get mentally exhausting. And you've probably heard other YouTubers talk about what's called credit fatigue. That is where you just start getting fatigued from allocating all of these credits in your credit card rotation. So for me personally, I can already see that with the Aspire, the Surpass, as well as the Gold, I'm going to be at probably my credit utilization limit of using these credits every month or every quarter, whatever it may be. Getting into the specifics of the American Express Platinum credits, again, things like Clear, I personally cannot value Clear at what it's worth because personally, I don't have Clear now, and it's never been something that I've thought of getting, again, because I'm not someone that needs that extra time in the airport. Would it benefit me? Sure, but I can't value something like that in terms of offsetting your annual fee. Other things such as the dining credit, that would be a slam dunk for me. I love my Uber Eats credits that I use on my American Express Gold. But things like a Walmart Plus subscription, again, this I can't value in offsetting the annual fee because I don't have Walmart Plus at the moment. And other people doing my grocery shopping again at this time is not something that appeases me or adds value to my life. So I can't value some of these credits on the Platinum card. While they are good and undeniably worth a good amount of money, they're not something that appeases to me personally at this moment. If you are someone that gets a lot of value out of these credits, then again, this credit card is perfect for you. At this current stage, guys, it doesn't make sense, at least from a credit standpoint for me. So I had to double back to the credit section, even though I finished recording. But I wanted to talk about one more credit that kind of piques my interest, and that is the Fine Hotel and Resorts collection. That $200 discount, especially with things like free breakfast, experience credits, room upgrades when you book within the American Express portal, is something that piques my interest. And I've seen a couple videos from other creators showing the immense value that they've gotten from this credit. So again, I've said it 3 times in this video, guys. I'm not knocking this credit card. There is value to be had, but at this time right now, I do have other priorities. But this credit alone is something that I can see using when I eventually do get my American Express Platinum. So if you have your Amex Platinum and you are not capitalizing on that Fine Hotel and Resorts collection credit, I definitely recommend either checking out some videos from other creators or doing some research how you can get immense value. Moving on to the last and third reason why I haven't applied for the American Express Platinum is its annual fee. Now, guys, I'm well aware of all the credits that this credit card offers you, but my current credit card roadmap has me adding the Hilton Aspire, which has a $550 price tag, the Hilton Surpass, which has a $150 price tag, as well as the Capital One Venture X, which comes with a $395 price tag. All 3 of these credit cards, as well as the American Express Platinum, come with a fee. And at this time, I can't justify that $600 to $700 annual fee that the Platinum card comes with. A little tangent, guys, my Venture X has been delayed a little bit, especially if you saw it in my credit card roadmap video, because I did have a run in with fraud. Someone applied for a Capital One credit card using my information. And I know for a fact it wasn't me because it wasn't even a cool Capital One credit card like the Saver or the Venture X. So I already got this handled, but I just want to wait a little bit of time before I apply for that Venture X. But the Platinum, guys, again, adding that annual fee on top of all of the other credit cards that I want to add to my rotation just doesn't fit into my current plan. While this may change in the future, as you guys are well aware, the credit card game is constantly changing, with valuations changing, devaluing of points. I never know what the future entails, but at this time, I just personally cannot justify an additional $600 to $700 annual fee to be added on top of what I already have. Well, guys, those are the 3 reasons on why I personally have not added the American Express Platinum. While it currently does not make sense for me, anything can change. We are constantly seeing credit cards change, annual fees, currencies devalued, currencies elevated with additional transfer partners. So anything can change. And while I see it fitting into my rotation in the future, at this time, especially with the other credit cards like the Aspire and the Venture X that I do see myself adding, the Platinum just doesn't make sense. Now, if you're someone that is constantly traveling and going to airport lounges, as well as can extract substantial values from the wide variety of credits, then this credit card is for you guys. I'm not knocking this credit card. It's an amazing credit card. I just don't see it in my rotation at this time. Now, if you enjoyed this content, guys, feel free to smash that subscribe button as it directly supports my channel. And if you want additional content on American Express videos, check these 2 out right here.